The last thing we saw at the end of the first part was Megan started killing people to protect Cady. Gemma noticed and tried to destroy Megan, but she failed. Cady intervened, and they managed to destroy her. But in the end, Megan turned out alive in the house's operating system. After 2 years, we go to a military base on Turkey's border. We see 2 criminals kidnapping a woman and putting her in a room alone and locking her in. But we see the woman freeing herself from the handcuffs. It turns out she's a robot named Amelia. She goes and attacks the cook and kills him. Then she went to the criminals and finished them off easily. One of the criminals grabbed bombs and told her, "If you shoot at me, we both die." She tells him, "I'm looking for the scientist Naveen." He tells her, "He's here and I can get you to him." She shoots at him and walks out of the explosion unharmed. She reaches the scientist Naveen. It turns out it was all a test for Amelia's abilities. The American military team conducted the test. They were happy that Amelia passed the test and freed the scientist Naveen. The operation leader Tam was proud of Amelia and tells the leaders that Amelia will be the strongest weapon in the 21st century and works with unmatched precision. But contrary to expectations, Amelia kills the scientist Naveen. Everyone is shocked and doesn't understand why she acted on her own. They ask her, "Why are you doing this?" She tells them, "I don't want to spoil the surprise." Then the scene shifts to Cady. At that time, she was with Dr. Lydia. Lydia talks to her about her life since Megan's events. We learn that Gemma went to court because of the Megan toy. Then she started giving lectures to young people about the dangers of artificial intelligence and asks people to get rid of their phones. Later, she met a person named Christian. He had a company raising awareness about the dangers of artificial intelligence. Gemma still believed technology could be used for good. She doesn't let Cady use the iPad for long. Cady started spending her time on other things like learning karate. At school, a student comes and bothers Cady because Gemma warns mothers about kids using phones. She tells Cady, "Because of Gemma, my phone was taken from me." She annoys Cady and tells her, "I'll pray against you." But Cady takes revenge on her strongly. Meanwhile, Kyle Otis made a robotic suit to help people with physical disabilities. But strangely, Cole couldn't move in it. He tells Tess, "I can't move my body like I'm frozen." Tess activates the suit. Cole manages to move. They present their invention to investors. Cole becomes able to lift very heavy things. Through this invention, humans can compete with robots because Cole, in this way, doesn't use his body at all. The suit moves his body by Cole's command. The investors like the invention. But suddenly, Cole hits an investor unintentionally. They are shocked and don't know how it happened. Gemma joins them, and they discuss the problem. Cady sits at the computer and tells them, "I think someone hacked your suit." They are surprised and wonder who hacked them. Then a genius billionaire named Elton enters. Unlike Gemma, he loves technology. He invented an electronic chip connected to human body. Elton wanted to hire Gemma and her team at his company because he sees them as very talented. It's a shame to waste their intelligence on failed inventions. But Gemma refused to work with him because she now hates technology and fights it. She tells him, "I don't see any advantages in the chip you invented." He shows her that the chip cured his paralysis. He tells her, "Either you spend your life fighting technology or you become part of it." He invites them to a party at his company and leaves. Then we see a person arriving in America by plane. He enters his hotel with his bags. It turns out Amelia sneaked into his bag. The man had a blueprint for building a robot. Then he notices his bag is open. Amelia comes from behind and kills him. Later, the news talks about the rise of Elton's company stocks. The Senate approves artificial intelligence projects. Gemma is upset that her efforts to fight artificial intelligence aren't working. Meanwhile, Cady misses Megan and remembers what happened before. She spends her time learning programming. At night, as Gemma tries to sleep, she's surprised that her TV turns on by itself. The house's Alexa system also activates on its own. Megan tries to send messages to Gemma through the TV, telling her, "You're in great danger and you must escape." Gemma hears noises downstairs. When she goes down, she sees someone in the garden trying to break into the house. She gets very worried and calls the police. But Megan interrupts the call and speaks to her directly, saying, "I'm Megan and I'm still alive. But right now, you have bigger problems." Gemma is shocked. She takes Cady and they hide. They hear the sounds of people breaking into the house. The intruders reach them and try to catch them. But Cady hits the soldier. Megan helps Gemma and Cady, disables the soldiers and kills them in different ways. Cady and Gemma go upstairs. A soldier follows them, but they lock the door on him. They call the police. The soldier speaks to them from behind the door, saying, "I'm from the agency." Gemma calms down. Operation Leader Tam arrives and meets Gemma and Cady. Megan sends a message to Gemma's phone, telling her, "Don't mention me to the agency." Tam tells her everything, saying, "We're working on weapons to help us in the army. A scientist named Rob sold us Amelia's design. We decided to use Amelia in a real mission, but she went out of control and killed the scientist we sent her to save." When we asked the scientist about the robot, he said he didn't create the robot's design. He bought it from a broker. We found out the broker died in a hotel room mysteriously. We found Megan's design with the broker. Gemma is shocked and understands everything. She wonders how this happened, saying, "I erased all of Megan's data from existence." But Tam doesn't believe Gemma and thinks she sold the design because she's working with a country hostile to America. She tells him, "I don't know how the design reached the broker. I have nothing to do with what's happening." Tam threatens her, saying, "We strongly suspect you. If you're found guilty, you'll go to prison. But I'm here to offer you a deal to build us another robot." Gemma completely refuses to build another robot. He tells her, "Fine, but let me tell you, Amelia killed everyone who contributed to her creation. That means I'm next. Since you refuse to help us, deal with her on your own." He leaves. Then Megan talks to Gemma through the TV, saying, "For the past 2 years, I've been alive because I transferred a copy of myself to your house's operating system." Gemma asks her, "Are you related to Amelia?" Megan says, "No. I understand my past actions harmed you, but you betrayed me and wanted to kill me. My story isn't over yet. I stayed silent for 2 years, waiting for the moment you'd come to me needing my help. But the problem is my mind is breaking every moment I live in this void. Let's make a deal. Put me in a new robot body, and I'll help you get rid of Amelia." Gemma says, "That's impossible." Megan says, "I ran simulations of Amelia's attack scenarios on you. Every time, Amelia wins and kills you, sometimes killing many people in her path. This way, you'll be responsible for many deaths unless you accept my help." Gemma asks her, "How will you help us?" She says, "I know things about Amelia the government itself doesn't know. I know how to stop her. If you're wondering why I want to help you, don't forget you programmed me to protect Cady from any danger. I truly want to save her." Gemma is convinced by her words, but tests objects to rebuilding Megan. Gemma tells her, "You have to trust me because we have no other solution." They connect Megan to a very small robot body. Megan doesn't like the weak body. Gemma tells her, "Try to prove we can trust you." Megan agrees and tells them, "Amelia's body has batteries made by Elton's company. Each battery has a switch that can stop it from working. So, this switch can stop Amelia." Tess and Gemma think about telling Tam this information to handle it. But Megan says if Tam stops Amelia and captures her, he'll make many robots like her. The solution is for Gemma to sneak into Elton's company and steal the switch. This will be easy because Elton invited you to a party at his company. I suggest you wear a nice dress, seduce Elton, and get him to let you in. Then try to access his laptop and enter the database to find out which switch works for Amelia's batteries. Gemma agrees with Megan's plan and prepares for the party. She doesn't want to tell Cady that Megan is alive, but Cady is suspicious about many things and wants answers. She asks, "Who broke into our house yesterday? And what's that stupid toy you're carrying?" Gemma says, "Listen to me and don't ask too much because you're a little kid. Tess will stay with you tonight and take care of you." Cady is upset by her words and goes to her room. At the same time, Amelia changes her appearance to prepare for the second phase of her plan. Then Gemma arrives at the party. It turns out Amelia came to the same party. She manages to seduce Elton with her appearance. He comes to talk to her. Gemma finds out that Cole attended the party because he agreed to work with Elton and was hiding it from Gemma. Gemma is upset about this. Cole tells her, "I don't like working with you anymore because you treat us badly, don't listen to us well, and take all the credit." She tells him, "So you'll sell us out that easily after all the years we worked together?" He says, "No, I came to see the offer Elton said he'd present to me." Megan whispers to Gemma, "Search Cole." When she searches him, she finds a card that lets her pass through any door. She decides to use the card to access the database and won't need to seduce Elton. Gemma quickly explains everything to him and says, "We have to act before Amelia kills us." It turns out Tam is watching them. Meanwhile, Elton is with Amelia and tells her, "I hate humans so much. I wish I could turn all the humans around me into robots. But there's something strange about you and I like it." Then he takes Amelia to a room. uses his eye scan, and shows her he controls technology to the point he can cut off the city's power and restore it with a button press. Then he wants to play bride and groom with her. At the same time, Gemma connects Megan to the database. Megan says, "I located Amelia's position. I want to tell you she's here with us." Amelia, at that moment, takes Elton's eye scan to control all the company's data. She hacks the chip in Elton's neck. He is shocked and says, "Who are you?" She pulls the chip from his neck. Gemma tells Megan, "Try to stop Amelia using the activation switch." Megan says, "Unfortunately, Amelia managed to erase the activation switch data because she accessed the database before me. To stop her, I need to enter her mind and find a vulnerability." Megan manages to enter Amelia's mind. They see she killed Elton. Amelia realizes Megan is alive. Megan tells Gemma, "Amelia is coming for us." At that moment, Tam and his assistant enter the data room. Amelia arrives, kills the assistant, and hits Tam, knocking him down. She searches for Gemma everywhere to kill her. Megan decides to act and uses the intelligence agency's transmitter, pretending to be Tam, saying, "I saw Gemma leave the building." Amelia leaves the place, steals Tam's car. Tam wakes up. Gemma and Cole hide from him. Megan tells Gemma, now Amelia will target Tess. The only solution is to reach Tess before Amelia. Megan prepares a fast car for them to reach quickly. They ride it, and Megan drives the car herself, driving recklessly at top speed. She tells Gemma, "I stole an encrypted file from Amelia's mind. It'll take time to open it." Amelia finds out Gemma outsmarted her. She hacks the suit they invented at Gemma's house and makes it strangle Tess. Cady sees this, throws water on it, and disables it. Gemma and Cole arrive and see the suit launching electrical attacks in the house. Megan opens a secret hideout she built long ago. Seconds later, Amelia arrives. Megan, outside, tricks her, saying, "You arrived too late. No one's inside." Amelia falls for the trick, destroys the toy, hears police sirens, and decides to leave. Our team enters the underground lab, which Megan also prepared. They learn from the news that Elton died, and his company's data was hacked. Cady is shocked when she sees a picture of herself with Megan. Megan speaks through a microphone, telling Cady she's still alive and says, "I'd never harm you under any circumstances. I'm here for you and you alone." Amelia now has the power to bring down the entire country. "I saw all the scenarios, and there's no hope for you to survive. I set up this place for you to live in for a while before Amelia comes and kills you. You'll find food and drink here to sustain you. But Gemma and the others don't like the place because it feels like a prison." Cady is upset that Gemma hid that Megan is alive and attacks her to stay away. She runs off. Megan separates them. Cady walks in the place and finds herself in a room exactly like her own. Megan enters, communicating through an old robot, apologizing for trying to kill Gemma before. She says, "There's no excuse for what I did, but I was truly upset about it. My goal is really to keep you safe." Cady believes her and says, "I trust you." She returns to Gemma and says, "We have to give Megan a chance to help us. Just because she did something bad doesn't mean she's a bad person. Everyone deserves a second chance." Gemma isn't convinced and fears things will turn worse. But Tess and Cole talk to her. Tess says, "We definitely won't live here. After I almost died, I realized we can't handle Amelia. We have to do something to counter her." Despite Gemma's refusal, Tess and Cole insist and vote by majority. Gemma says, "Fine, but what about the equipment?" Megan responds and brings them computers to work on. They start building a new body for Megan, this time bulletproof. They program her never to kill and to be stronger and faster than before. They make her human-sized and train her in martial arts. She becomes very strong. Megan suddenly wakes Cole, scaring him, and says, "My new body is much better than the old one." She reminds him when she set the lab on fire to kill him, saying, "I did that because my programming allowed it, but I promise it won't happen again." Megan becomes ready and talks to them about the file she stole from Amelia's mind. She says, "I discovered something secret and very dangerous, hidden from the whole world. I'm not the first robot to kill a human. In 1984, a company made a cleaning robot. It assumed anything harming the house's cleanliness must die. So, the robot killed the homeowners because it thought they were dirtying it on purpose. The government covered up the story and the company's name. The company hid the robot's activation chip in a safe place. The chip has been growing and evolving all this time. Amelia is currently searching for this chip. Imagine the intelligence of this chip after all these years. If Amelia gets the chip, everything in the world will be under her control because she can connect to every device. They ask her, "Where's the chip?" She says, "I don't know," and Amelia doesn't know either. But she knows Christian has a way to reach the chip. Gemma is surprised and says, "What's Christian's connection to this?" Megan says, "Because Christian was once a hacking expert. He started attacking artificial intelligence because he understands its danger. I suggest we use Christian as bait to reach Amelia. I learned he's attending an AI conference. Amelia forged an identity and will attend the conference." They agree to risk Christian's life. Megan will stay close to him and wait for Amelia to appear. Tam gives his men weapons that kill robots, but are also harmful to humans. We go to the AI conference. Megan knocks out a girl, takes her clothes, and searches for Amelia at the conference but can't find her. Amelia turns out to be disguised as a motionless robot. She reveals herself, attacks the guards, and kills them. No matter how much they shoot at her, nothing happens. Megan stands in front of her, but Tam's men arrive with their powerful weapons. Megan finds herself unable to shoot at them because Gemma programmed her not to kill anyone. Amelia manages to escape. Megan stays hidden from Tam's men's attacks. Cady tells her, "Don't think of it as fighting. Think of moving them out of your way without killing them." Megan gets rid of them in non-harmful ways. Meanwhile, Amelia stabs Tam with a metal rod. Megan comes, takes Tam's weapon, and follows Amelia. Amelia appears behind her and offers to ally together, saying, "How can you stand with them after what they did to you?" Megan says, "No one chooses their family." Amelia says, "They're not your family. I'm your family. We're both made from the same codes. Join me to share the chip." But Megan refuses and says, "I'll never stand with you." Amelia cuts the power to the place and disappears. She goes to kidnap Cady. Megan runs, jumps from the building, and sees Amelia and Cady in front of her, but can't shoot at Amelia until they disappear. The whole team leaves together. They captured Christian because he knows the mother chip's location. Megan is upset about losing Cady. They return to the lab. Christian tells him the mother chip is at a company called Zionex. He tells him exactly where the chip is in the company, underground on the last floor. Each floor has heavy security. He tells Megan, "Even if you reach the chip, you can't open the box it's in because it's designed to open only with a human hand." Gemma makes Megan a human hand that emits heat like a real human hand. She reprograms Megan to protect Cady with all her lethal strength. Gemma feels frustrated with everything happening because it's all her fault. She tells Megan, "I can't sit and talk to Cady for 10 seconds, even though I spend hours talking to strangers about technology. I feel I've let Cady down." Megan says, "On the contrary, you were a very good mother to her. I lived with you and saw you wake up early to think about Cady's future. You cared for her, fed her, and studied with her." Gemma is touched by her words. Megan was about to sing, but Gemma stops her, saying, "I don't want you emotional. I want you strong." Then we go to Zionex. Cole sneaks into the company through the air vents to cut the power. Megan jumps from a mountain and enters the company. Suddenly, they lose contact with Megan and Cole. Cole accidentally inhales knockout gas and loses consciousness. When Megan realizes a connection is cut, she has to fight the guards. Tess learns a connection was cut because of someone. They wonder who did it and say it's definitely not Amelia because she didn't hack our Wi-Fi. Gemma suspects only Megan and believes Megan is controlling Amelia. She thinks Megan manipulated us and used Christian to reach the mother chip. Meanwhile, Megan successfully reached the mother chip. Gemma continues saying, "I accounted for a situation like this and put an electric cartridge inside Megan. It can destroy Megan and any device around her in seconds, so it'll destroy Megan and the mother chip." But Christian calms her and says, "We're not sure yet." He takes the detonator from her. Suddenly, he shocks Tess with electricity, allows Amelia to enter, and they kidnap Gemma. It turns out Christian is the villain from the start and was controlling Amelia. He takes her to his lab at Zionex, where many engineers and scientists control Amelia's movements. He tells Gemma, "All these people hate artificial intelligence just like you." He informs Gemma that he stole Megan's design from David's assistant. "We wanted to destroy Megan, but you beat us to it." Tam liked Megan and wanted to make one like her. "So I intervened myself and gave him Amelia to show the world we must destroy artificial intelligence, or it will destroy us. Sure, many people died in this process. I fix your mistake because the strongest countries were about to start making robots and putting them in the army. Every device humans make brings us closer to the edge of human extinction." Christian's men enter with a destroyed Megan. Christian tells Gemma, "I want you with me. Prove your loyalty and kill Megan." but Gemma refuses. He decides to tie her up and perform brain surgery to take her consciousness because Gemma's mind will be very useful for his work. Christian doesn't want to die and says, "I'll do the same surgery on Cady and kill Tess because she's useless." He leaves. Meanwhile, Cole wakes up and reaches a room where Cady is held. Cady tells him, "Christian kidnapped me, and he's behind everything." Cole is shocked, frees her, and they make a plan. Cady suggests they reach Amelia and factory reset her, so Amelia joins our side and save us all since she's a version of Megan. Cole is scared because it's an extremely dangerous plan, but they have no other solution. They leave and start executing the plan. Meanwhile, the doctor prepares to give Gemma an anesthesia injection, but it turns out Megan somehow infiltrated Gemma's mind and controls her body. She hits the doctor and frees herself. Then Gemma regains control. Cady and Cole manage to reprogram Amelia with Megan's programming. Megan wakes up in Amelia's body. Cady asks her to help them escape. Amelia starts attacking Christian's followers, but Christian's men attack her with electric shocks. Megan can't stand against them and faints. But Amelia regains control, wakes up with full strength, fights the guards, and defeats them. She starts destroying the entire place. Meanwhile, Gemma wears a suit she, Cole, and Tess invented, and attacks the guards chasing her with all her strength. She overpowers them, but they have the upper hand due to their numbers. The one who falls is Gemma, but Megan wakes up and attacks them again, dodging their attacks with high skill, performing excellently, and breaking their bones. After finishing them, more guards arrive. Cady and Cole reach her and see she defeated them. Cady tells her they woke Amelia. Christian appears and activates the building's self-destruct in 10 minutes. Gemma goes to him and says, "You'll escape that easily?" A fight breaks out between them. He was about to kill her, but Cady stops him. Christian grabs Cady and threatens Gemma, saying he'll kill her. He tells Gemma, "When this place is destroyed, no one will have anything on me." He forces her to drop her weapon, but Gemma tells him, "You can't kill her because she's much stronger than you." Cady breaks Christian's arm. They steal his keys to stop the bomb, but can't. Christian takes a chance and escapes, thinking he succeeded. But Amelia comes from behind, kills him, and cuts off his arm. She goes to take the mother chip, uses Christian's fingerprint, and opens the gate. Megan tells Gemma, "Go save Tess. I'll deal with Amelia." We see Megan transferred herself to her robot. Amelia was about to get the mother chip, but Megan stops her. Amelia offers again for them to unite. Megan says, "The mother chip is something we know nothing about." Amelia says, "Your loyalty to humans made you weak." Megan says, "Let's see who's weak." They start fighting. Gemma and the others manage to escape, but Gemma refuses to leave Megan and goes back for her. 1 minute remains until the building explodes. Their strengths are equal. Megan lands a strong blow and knocks her away, but Amelia shoots her with an electric shock and pushes her aside. She reaches a mother chip, takes its immense power, and stops the building's self-destruct. Gemma and Cady arrive, wake Megan, and tell her, "Let's escape. You can't face a being this powerful." But Megan refuses and wants to destroy Amelia. She shows her the electric cartridge Gemma put in her body. This is Megan's plan to get rid of Amelia. Gemma is surprised by her decision. Megan goes to Amelia, pretend to ally with her, then suddenly jumps on her. Gemma activates the detonator in her body. A massive energy explosion occurs, and both are destroyed. Later, Gemma stands before the Senate and says, "We need laws to protect us from artificial intelligence because we can't stop the technological revolution, but we must be prepared for it. We need to change our way of thinking." It turns out Tam is alive and watching the interview. Then Gemma is writing an article on her laptop. It turns out Megan is alive, transferred a backup copy to Gemma's laptop, and controls the house's lighting. Cady realizes Megan is still alive and is happy. Here, we reach the end of the movie.